I watched the farewell Highmark Stadium video last night and then this morning. The Bills posted this 2 days ago to YouTube, 45 minutes, a look back at the stadium, the building of the stadium, and, of course, all the memories that have filled it throughout its entire run as the stadium for the Buffalo Bills. And Sunday's the last game, more than likely. Like, there's a very outside shot. We could see one more in there, but I think it's a long shot. So probably the last game. And I'll tell you, like, I did not expect to watch this 45-minute retrospective of a stadium and really get emotional about it, but I did.
Yeah.
I'm in my car. It's like, it was hitting hard. There's dusty in here.
Yeah.
All these memories, all these greats, the moments along the way, the 90s, the generations of fans that come together, everything. So we've got a big show with that in mind. Sal's going to join us coming up at 8 o'clock as he does on a Football Friday. Chris Brown at 8:30. At 9 o'clock, we're going to talk with Bill Whippert, who's the chief photographer for the Sabres and the Bills. And he posted yesterday how he's been taking pictures in the stadium for 45 years. And I said, it sounds like we should talk to Whip about that.
Almost the entirety of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
pretty close to it.
My entire life he's been taking pictures. And, he's well known around this area. And I called him and talked to him and said, just telling us your views, your memories in that stadium. Everybody should be heard from. So we'll talk to Whip coming up at 9 o'clock, 7:45, the return of Flyover Radio. We got a flyover coming your way on
Got to have a
Sunday.
flyover for the last game, right?
The last flyover.
We've only had one this year? One or two?
I think it's only one this year. One or two. Yeah, two.
I mean, the rain last week would have made it.
Canceled that one.
It was so much rain.
They scrapped that one.
Yeah.
This one will be helicopters again. We're going back to helicopters, which was the Winter Classic. The Winter Classic in that stadium. That's one of the things I noticed from Bill Whippert posting yesterday on social media was not just Bills games, but the Winter Classic and the World Juniors and concerts. Here's Mick Jagger. Here's so-and-so. And, yeah, here we go. Saying goodbye to an old friend to Highmark Stadium.
Sal brought up with me, like, all the high school games over there. So many of you listening might have even played in that stadium. We debated whether I played in that stadium because I was active for a game but did not play a snap. Does that count as having played in the stadium? I don't think I didn't think it did.
No snaps, but you were active?
I was active. I had the helmet on the sidelines, but I never checked in. Does that count?
Who's the Bill that is best known for that? Mr. So-and-so.
Right.
Mr. Active but no snaps.
Did Terrell Pryor ever play a snap for them?
Yeah.
While he was active? Sal had a pick in the stadium.
Nice.
So
nice.
Some of you out there might have that.
Yeah. But I got emotional. I really did. The drought team will do that to you, the drought breaker team. When they start showing the highlights of that season and the music hits and here's somebody talking about how it's 4th and 12 for Andy Dalton. And like, oh, here we go. That was 8 years ago yesterday. New Year's Eve, right? That's New Year's Eve.
That's New Year's Eve 2017. Yeah.
8 years ago, New Year's Eve. And saw clips of that and the videos of people in their houses or bars, whoever going nuts. I can remember where we were. Just these memories of this stadium. A lot of you have been listening and been going for 50 years. And for me, it's been 25 years, something in that neighborhood. Gone to a lot of these games, of course. A lot of losses, a lot of terrible games, a lot of great memories. And it's been so nice to, kind of change the script. And it goes out. Granted, they lost to the Eagles last week, and who knows what happens against the Jets. But it's going to go out on a high note, right? Like, we all feel good about it.
Yeah, do you like that the game doesn't really have any meaning other than the stadium closing?
Probably not. I mean, I wish it had meaning for them to get something.
Sure.
I'm glad it's not like,
the season ends there, and then suddenly the final day doesn't become about the final day. It's all about, if they lose a playoff game to the Chargers in the stadium, then no one is thinking about that the stadium's done. It's, why did McDermott do this on 3rd down?
Yeah, we really get to focus in and celebrate and say goodbye.
And it's, yeah. So I think there are positives to it being a game where there really isn't a lot to play for or meaning behind it other than this is it. Let's close down the stadium on Sunday.
Yeah.
Again, that's all of it.
Yeah.
Like 5 seed, 6 seed, it's not enough to really even come close, I think, to coming over top of this is the final game there.
No, I don't think so. And
and I'm with you. Like, it's 1% that they're gonna, if they're the 6 seed and
the 7 seed has to advance all the way through.
Right, they and the Chargers would have to win both of their first 2 games, and the odds of that happening are like very, very, very slim.
Maybe we should pick that in this crazy topsy-turvy AFC season. That should be what we expect. So 803-0550, if you want to share some stadium memories, I know you've been talking about them during the week, like games you went to, weather games. Can I tell you, I've had another overarching thought this week as we get closer and closer and closer to it. I didn't know when to save this thought on the stadium for, but I'm here for it today, which is I'm so glad that on Sunday we're not saying goodbye to the outdoors.
Yeah.
Imagine some of you did want a dome, and that's okay. Like, anybody can want what they want. The moving of one stadium to the next is about the next stadium, and it's not like we're moving out of that part of town. So if you park in the same parking lot for the last 10 years, chances are you maybe still park there. You can drive the same distance. How long does it take you to get to the stadium? Well, it takes me 37 minutes. It's still going to take you 37 minutes, right? It's not going to be where you all of a sudden are driving to Amherst or Batavia or, Toronto. So a lot of that is the same. But I keep having this thought as we're going to be there on Sunday. My whole family will be there. Like, we're treating this game, it might as well be the AFC Championship game. As everybody's going to be at this one for the finale.
Yeah.
And I think, man, imagine if we were sitting here in our jackets all bundled up and saying, like, well, next year we'll just be inside.
Yeah.
To me, that would feel like losing
saying goodbye to the sun also during football games.
And I'm very glad about that. I had been a domer. I don't mean to turn the conversation into that, but I had been someone that wanted that and then completely changed my mind while at the stadium. It was the perfect game against the Patriots. It's my origin story for never send me inside ever again. Right. I just want to be outside forever. So we will. And that's a great part of it, that we've still got that. And
but you won't be wet like you would have been on Sunday.
That's right. The game will be outside, and I'll kind of feel maybe like I'm inside. So that might be the best of both worlds.
Right, I really think it is.
Yeah. So, whatever. These memories, these moments, I had the thought to ask you, like you guys, knee-jerk reaction, what's the best catch? What's the best play?
Catch?
What's the best run?
Yeah.
What's the best interception?
Yeah.
Could we give out
need a list.
the awards of the best ever plays in the stadium? And, memories, this and that. Taron Johnson's pick six. I mean, the time Lee Evans caught a ball against his head against the Chargers, right? Like, what are the best plays?
Bonus points for that one because you would had to be there to see that live because I'm pretty sure the broadcast
was
lost power.
Yeah, okay. That's the weather balloon game?
Yeah, I didn't see. I listened to that catch on the radio because the broadcast was down.
Yeah, he pinned it against his head.
Yeah.
Very Mario Manningham style, right?
Yeah.
David Tyree style.
The Ralphie Awards, if you want. The Ralph Awards.
Sure, the Ralphies.
Yeah, the Ralphies.
The best plays ever.
Yeah. What's the
best?
Good. This is good.
What's the best run? What's the best? Is the
best run immediate first gut reaction is LaShawn McCoy in the snow in overtime in 2017.
Right.
But there are probably going to be runs. There's probably a million good ones. I'm sure we would have fans that go back to the 70s that have a list of OJ runs, and there's Thurman runs, right? And there's a lot of those too.
Speaking of OJ, this retrospective shows more OJ in a Bills uniform than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the kind of thing that often gets shown a lot with, obviously, we understand why.
Reasons, yeah.
But for telling the story of the stadium, I don't know that I've ever seen as many highlights of OJ playing for the Bills as I did in that clip.
Right.
So, you could see how good he is. And Joe D talking about him and how Joe Ferguson talking about him, how they came to see OJ. They came to see OJ like they come to see Josh. So, it's wild that we're really saying goodbye. Here it is. Last game.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how emotional it will be on Sunday. I think, people are saying goodbye to memories there. You're saying goodbye to maybe people that you experienced that stadium
neighbors
with that are no longer with us, and neighbors that maybe you don't go with. There's going to be a lot of that. I'll have some of that on Sunday. And it's beyond the football team. It's 99% the football team, but the Winter Classic I'm sure is elite for this. Just who you experience games with, who I went to the World Juniors game with, the U.S. and Canada matchup, which was actually awesome, an awesome event to be at, which I'm glad I got to because I did not go to the Winter Classic. So I'm glad I got to see a hockey game there at all. That was also freezing cold and windy and snowy. But, man, if you were also, though, a fan that grew up during the drought era, it's tough. when you think of best catch, best run, what they've done recently factors in, I think, the meaning of all of the plays and all of the games. And then suddenly I think you go, like, when we were talking about this the other day on Wednesday or wherever we were here talking about, like, stadium memories, and I thought, like, is 2011 Patriots... Like, I almost felt bad saying it's one of my top memories there because you look back at it now and go, well, no, I mean, no, they were 3-0 and then they lost, 7 games in a row after that or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't answer that question. It's embarrassing.
They're all moral victories looking back.
Right,
yeah.
Right. So, like, can you answer it that way? Like, they're going to be, someone brought up the Colts opener when it was Rex's first game, and I was there for that.
That's right. Percy Harvin touchdown in that game.
The pop of the stadium when Percy Harvin scored that touchdown. We were trying to figure out what the loudest moment in the stadium ever was. And someone brought that up. I'm like, I remember that play, and it was loud in that stadium when Percy Harvin caught that ball. But now I look back at it and go, I can't answer that game. Bills beating the Colts with Tyrod and Percy Harvin. They win 8 games. Like, that can't be the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like, for me, like, my memories are starting to, like, okay, what meaning was behind it as well? Like, even if it's not a playoff game. When they smoked Miami a couple of years ago after they had scored 70 points, it wasn't just, we're great and we're going to the playoffs because that's who we are now. It's, oh, yeah, you think you're on our level, and then everybody just basking in. No, you're not.
Yeah.
And just ripping off touchdowns one after another. I mean, there's a million examples like that. But, like, I don't want to just confine myself to all the best plays happened just when Josh Allen or Jim Kelly played.
Yeah, it's probably,
but those are going to be the
tough.
2 best stretches by far ever.
Did Lossman do anything crazy good? Did he have like a really good game? Like E.J. Manuel throwing to Stevie Johnson for the game winner against Carolina felt great. Like a young quarterback has his moment.
Yeah,
that felt awesome. But right, for best throw, I'm over here inclined to say like Josh Allen to Robert Foster against the Jags. Because,
his rookie year? Yeah. That's
like,
a good one.
Whatever. Like moments that you remember or players that you remember. Or you're right. It's about, I can remember the places I've sat. I think I've only sat in the clubs one time. Like in the heated seats, one time.
Okay.
And I've sat in the upper deck 100 times. And where
it wasn't the perfect game, right?
No.
Okay.
No, now I sit with my wife and our whole family. Like we sit in the same spot for every game that we do go to. Now with kids, we go to fewer games, but we're definitely going to go to the one on Sunday, of course. Like, and the whole family. It'll be like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's like a wake because we're all going to say goodbye, but like there's that feeling of one last ride in the stadium. So maybe for some of you don't really feel that part of it. It's just like anything else. Like if you move out of a house, that to me that was what they were talking about on the look back. Steve Tasker said, like, we were kids in this house, and I like that one really hit me. Like, yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. And I live in a house now where with my kids growing up, we've created so many memories in that house. Sometimes the idea of moving out of it gets me emotional just because you'll walk away from the spot where something happened. And that's something that Tasker was saying. Like, he looks at every yard line and says, I can remember a play right there and a play right there. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, that totally resonates for me. Whether it's who I'm going with in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, who I'm watching these games with, where I'm tailgating, whether it's the camper lot or I used to be over on California with Brad Ryder back in the day. We parked in a grass lot over the years. Maybe you move around. Maybe you've been in the same spot for 30 years. Whether that's seat, whether that's where you tailgate. Maybe you had to move because the new stadium, the bus lot. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to it. So it's I feel like on Sunday, I don't know how the Bills will kind of do it all. A lot of legends, right? We already know that. There are going to be a lot of legends there, and they're going to give a coin away also, the I Was There coin, which I had a friend show me their I Was There coin yesterday, which is the one they gave for the first game at the stadium. So,
cool.
Yeah, right. So they're doing that again, the I Was There coin. Good idea.
Yeah. If you could hit a time machine button and you dropped into one game that you didn't go to at that stadium, what would it be?
Ooh, one game that I didn't go to.
Yeah. I have an easy number one.
I have an easy answer, too.
Okay.
It's the 2011 win against the Patriots.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be your answer?
I didn't go.
Okay.
I didn't go. And that's...
You saw that era of football, though.
But that's why I didn't go.
Right.
I didn't go to that game because I actively said, what am I going to do? Watch them get stomped by New England again? No thanks. I'll sit this one out. And then I had to watch it from home as they win. And, I mean, other games I've been to.
I don't know if I like the same. Like, before, though, it's a time machine. You can go back wherever you want.
Oh, like 51-3?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm going to 51-3.
Sure.
To go to the Super Bowl, by the way. Like, I'm definitely doing that. I'm not doing a Fitz game.
That's
no
fair.
offense to Fitz.
I mean, 51-3. I'm not really at all a Bills fan at that point.
Yeah.
So if I could go back in time,
you're yourself now, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. 51-3 is probably pretty.
51-3 would be awesome. It was 48-0 at half.
Maybe the comeback game. That'd be a good one too.
Yep.
There were empty seats. We know that.
Would you have left?
Probably.
You would have.
I mean, you've already won a bunch, and not our year.
Yeah.
I might have left. It depends. Am I trying to beat traffic to get home because I got a babysitter to take care of, to get out of there?
Yeah.
There's factors. People leave games. There are factors.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, 803-0550 is our phone number if you want to give us a ring. Let's talk about the stadium. Let's remember it on this Football Friday and talk about it with you. Rob in Connecticut is up early. Hey, Rob, good morning.
Yes, I'm always up early with you guys, Hey, Jeremy, it's great to have you back. It was like a part of me was amputated when I didn't hear your voice all week. I mean, Joe and Owen hold it down, but there's just something about you that brings a lot to this station. Really appreciate it. Joe, great question. If I could go back in time, the time machine, knowing that it was the comeback, that would be the game that I would definitely go back to, the comeback game. I was thinking about super fans. I could not help not to think about Pancho Villa. That was something whenever I was able to see and watch on TV, you would always see him dressed up. I remember him at the draft when he was calling out one of the players, announcing one of the players that we drafted. But Pancho Villa was he was a super fan to me. So that's a great memory. He was in that stadium and he got to enjoy every moment of that. So, it was sad when he passed away, and much love and respect to his family that still carry his legend with the Buffalo Bills. But go Bills, and have fun, guys, Sunday. I'm so jealous, man. I said it the other day, my biggest regret is not ever being at that stadium for a game. But there's always the new stadium.
Yeah.
But thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Rob. I mean, you've got me thinking about people that'll go and, maybe part of the emotional scene on Sunday is being there and you're not with someone that used to go to games with you, whether that's a parent, a family member, a friend, whatever. Like, you used to go to games with this person and they're no longer with us. Like, that's a part of the ending of this era of Highmark Stadium. Into the new Highmark Stadium, which is, right there. We've been seeing that for a while. 803-0550. I also had the thought that the camper lot moving has kind of given me it's been a little bit of a primer for all this. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, you had to move. Oh, all right. And we went somewhere else, and it's good. It's fine. It's maybe better.
Yeah.
Like, that changed a lot of what we did at these games. So it's almost like our process of moving into the new stadium, those of us in the camper lot, started 3 or 4 years ago. Because here, you need to move your seat. All right, we'll go over here while you guys are building this thing. So kind of prepped us for moving, but it's going to be wild. Sunday will be the red helmets look pretty good, by the way. The pictures.
The red helmets look very good.
Because the red helmets, the
pictures almost look fake.
Some of them do. They almost look like they're like these pixelated. It's such a bright red.
Yeah, right.
But they do have a stripe that is appropriately matched, which I think in 2001 the stripe didn't match. There are pictures going back to...
Because it was navy, right?
Yeah, like the Bledsoe era red helmets had colors that didn't perfectly match, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But these ones do, and I think it's going to be pretty great. So Sunday, the Jets, how they should handle it, the playoff field, all that kind of stuff. One more ride at Highmark Stadium. We'll talk about it with you at 803-0550. Your memories, along with Sal Capaccio, Chris Brown, Bills and Sabres chief photographer Bill Whippert coming up at 9 o'clock, Flyover Radio, some chatter along the way about, like I said, what to do, the Sabres and their 10-game streak and whether they can stretch it to 11 or 12 or 13. It's all coming up. Jeremy and Joe here on WGR.